Good afternoon, everybody. As you will notice, I'm sitting in the living room currently. So today is Sunday, October 5th, and we just went without power for 4 hours, which is not really all that big of a deal because my pump was charged. It's a Sunday. We didn't really have anything else to do, but unfortunately that did mean that Matt had to wait until almost 4 p.m. to have his first meal of the day because we're out of milk, which he could have ran to his parents, but he was busy. One second, the power kept coming in and out at points, so I would quickly run to try to get his soup ready, but then the power would go back off before I could actually warm it up. But finally, it's on. He's eaten, he's done the dishes, and I have rested because he was forcing me to rest. But tomorrow is the appointment that I have been dreading, and I need to prepare for it. So I'm gonna give you my tips and tricks for how I prepare for hard doctor's appointments. So why do I call this a hard appointment? It is because me and my GI doctor have always kind of been at odds with each other, and we've been on an agree to disagree kind of basis. She's done her best in providing referrals and stuff for me. Where I live, there aren't any specialists for SMAS and MALS and all those conditions, and so they're just quick to dismiss them, even though they can see them on my scans, and they've even said that they can see them on my scans. They just don't know how to treat them. They don't know how to respond to them, and so the easiest thing for them to do is just dismiss it. And so basically, if you've been following my journey, you'll know that I went to Spain a couple months back to go and get the proper testing that I needed from a vascular surgeon who knows what he's doing with vascular compressions. And I was able to get a diagnosis for SMAS, MALS, Nutcracker syndrome, and May-Turner. And so now I'm trying to go about getting those treated. And unfortunately, right now, I just cannot get them done in Canada because there just aren't surgeons in Canada that treat MALS and SMAS the way that I want them to be treated, because I want them done right and I want this certain method done, and so I have plans to meet with a surgeon in the States regarding that method. So basically, I've had to bring my plan to all of my doctors, and some of my doctors have been more supportive than others. And I've been dreading seeing my GI because she's been the most vocal about not going outside of country. And so now I have to present everything to her and not necessarily get her on my side, but help her to see why I am doing what I'm doing. And hopefully not be fired as her patient. So we're gonna start off with getting all of my resources together. So the last time that I saw her, I presented her with a 9-page document because I was trying to advocate for further testing for SMAS and MALS. The testing that I was advocating for was for a Doppler ultrasound, and I think there was a couple other tests that I was advocating for, but they just weren't being provided. So I basically just provided her with a bunch of research as to why a Doppler ultrasound is necessary in the diagnosis of MALS, and also a reread of some of my testing for SMAS because they were dismissing my images even though they were positive for SMAS and Nutcracker. So I presented her with all my research and all my reasoning and a long list of all my symptoms so that she had everything in one place. And she did take my my document. I don't know if she read it, but she took it. So basically now I need to present her with my reasons for why I'm moving forward with wanting to get surgically treated and how this would improve my quality of life and why I went to Spain. So that's what we're gonna do. So something that I presented with my neurologist, let me just pull it out here. I presented him with a long list of all of the surgeons in Canada who treat various compression syndromes and what version they treat basically, and he wanted me to get another opinion inside Canada before going to the States, but he understands why I'm going to the States because he does understand that it's a really long process in Canada. So he was like, just pick someone off this list and try to get my current GI to maybe refer me outside of our province, because on this list our province is the only one that's not listed for any surgeons at all. So I presented him with this list so that he could see why I was adamant on the technique that I was and how none of these surgeons do that technique. And then second, off of the like SMAS nonprofit website, they have like this like list of all of the different surgical treatments, and it explains them all. And the one that I want is the Alvear method, which looks like this right up top. So basically it is going to rearrange the abdominal organs so that it releases the compression on the duodenum. This is more of a new treatment, even though there has been one surgeon who's been treating it and invented it, and he's been doing it for 30 years and has great success, and he travels all over the place to teach surgeons this method. So it's becoming really, really popular, but most surgeons would rather just stick to what they know, which is a duodenojejunostomy, which doesn't have the greatest success rate. For some, there's relief, but it's not like long-term relief. Usually it's just for a little bit. And if I'm going to get surgery, would like long-term relief. And so far, with the Alvear method, majority have like lifelong relief. Some people still are on tubes, but that's usually complications from other conditions, which could be the case for me as well. But I want to at least try. So basically, I have to write a dissertation as to why I'm advocating for this method, why I'm getting an opinion outside of the country, not once, but twice, and why I disagree with the opinions that are being presented here in Canada. So I'm gonna get to writing on this, and I'll come back to you after. I have finished getting together my document. The one that I typed up is 5 pages, and then I had the report from Spain, and then a report from the surgeon that I saw, like the first one that I spoke with in the US, because I haven't yet had an appointment with this other one. So I've put all those together in a folder, and then I also have the images from Spain as well. So I will update you guys tomorrow. We'll see how this goes. I'm definitely nervous, and I don't exactly think she's gonna like what I have to say, but I'm hoping that at least she keeps my case, but we'll see. Good morning. Today is Monday, October 6th, and we're about to head into Indigo because tomorrow's my birthday and Matt's gonna buy me a present, and it's really, really bright, so we're gonna go in here. So we're back from my appointment in the city. This appointment I was dreading because I just didn't know how my GI was going to respond to me going to Spain, because she had been pretty vocal about not wanting me to go out of country for treatment, because she has had a patient do that before, and they didn't do well with the procedures that they had overseas, and so she just doesn't want to see that happen to me. And so I have been warned, but the appointment went so well. I was worried that I was going to walk away from that appointment and not have a GI anymore, but it was the opposite. And so she started off by talking about the consult that I had like with a different vascular surgeon like a month ago or something. That appointment was really bad, and so she started off by saying like, oh, that doctor doesn't think that you have compressions, and Matt and I just made it very clear that that appointment was just not even a fair appointment, because he didn't even read the reports from Spain, so he couldn't even have like a proper opinion about the tests or anything. And then I also just shared some of the things that he had said during that appointment, and so I don't know what her thoughts were on that afterwards, but it seemed like she's come to a point of accepting it as much as she can, which is all that I can really ask for. we both agree that there just isn't care for this here in my province, and she is happy to help however she can with the knowledge that she has. She's made it very clear that this is not her specialty, and she doesn't know how this surgery is going to work, or if there are complications, how what's best to respond to them and what should be done for follow-up. But she's willing to still follow my case from a GI standpoint, and if this surgeon takes my case and we end up going with surgery, then she's also going to be adding another GI to my case as well. So it would be her and another GI, because they just specialize in different things. And I've seen this other GI and I really like her, and she actually also has EDS, this other GI that I've seen before that she would add to my case. So basically, yeah, it went really well. I think she's accepted it and is willing to help with my case. I think if she had it her way, I wouldn't move forward with any surgeries, but she's also made it clear that if it's possible to fix it, she would love for it to be fixed. And so I think ultimately her wanting to just see me better is more important than I guess her other opinions about everything. Okay, so that was that. So basically, when I have my appointment with the surgeon, like the phone call, there were things that she wanted to know about the procedure and aftercare and everything, so I'm going to make sure that I have my questions prepared for that so that I can help my team. And then I will also have a phone follow-up with her in January to give her the rundown if I'm going for surgery, what the surgeon said, what she's going to need to like prepare or whatever for my aftercare and that kind of thing. So that is like the absolute best that I could have hoped for out of that appointment. Number 2 is tomorrow is my birthday, and so I feel a little bit sad because I have to like spend my birthday this week. Like, I always like to do birthday week, and my birthday week is spent in appointments and hospitals doing treatments, because tomorrow and the day after I have IVIG. So, but my doctor did wish me a happy birthday in my appointment today, because she had like glanced down at my file and noticed that my birthday is tomorrow, and so she was like, oh, and happy almost birthday, and so that was very nice of her. So something that I wanted to do while I was in the city, because my city doesn't have anything like this, is I really badly wanted to go to Indigo, which is a bookstore, kind of like, for those of you in the States, it would be like your version of Barnes & Noble, but Canadian. So I really badly wanted to have a date with Matt and just go around looking through all the books and the stuff at Indigo. We've done it before for our anniversary, and it was so fun, and I wanted to do that again, and he was gonna let me pick out my birthday present. So let me show you what he bought me. So the book that I picked out is called The Raven Scholar. So while we were going around, there was one of the workers. She's like, can I help you find anything? And I'm like, oh no, I'm just looking. And she clearly could see that I was looking through the fantasy stuff, and she's like, I need to get you on this book. And she shared a bunch of things about it, and I was like, oh my goodness, that sounds so good. And then I went on Google, and there are such high reviews of this being possibly the fantasy book of 2025, and so I was like, okay. So I had like a huge stack of books and things on my lap to decide from. It came down to deciding between this book, and also I've been really having my eye on the series Assistant to the Villain. But there's 3 books, and it was just kind of like outside of the budget that we had set for birthdays, and so I'd be able to get like 1 book and then maybe buy another book for myself. But then I also stumbled across this adorable sweater. This is the back. Look how cute. Here's the front. How cute is that? That is so cute. And so when I stumbled across the sweater, I'm like, I absolutely need that sweater. And so then it came down to either doing the Assistant to the Villain series, where Matt buys me some books and I buy myself some books, or this book and this sweater. And so Matt bought me the book, and I bought myself a sweater. And they also do this thing, Mo's. They also do this thing where they give discounts to people like on their birthday month. And even though I've had an account for like years, I didn't know about this and haven't been getting the discount sent to my email. So then this lady who was checking out my stuff set up my accounts, because I had 2 accounts, so we merged those, and she gave me the birthday discount, and she was like, oh, my daughter shares a birthday with you. So I was like, that made me feel so like happy. I love meeting people who share a birthday with me. And so if you also are an October 7th person, you should definitely comment down below, because I love finding out who I share a birthday with. So anyways, overall today was really good and really positive, and I'm very happy about the way that it turned out. Good afternoon, everybody. Today is Thursday, October 9th, and I'm out of breath, so I apologize. I was getting some laundry together, which is why you can hear the washer running in this clip, so I apologize for that. But this week has been so busy. As you saw in the video, Monday was my big GI appointment, and then Tuesday was my birthday, and I had to spend Tuesday and Wednesday also in the city for IVIG, and my mom and I did a little bit of shopping on my birthday because my brother graciously gave me some birthday money, which was very sweet of him. And my plan already was to buy Christmas decor, which the people in the back are gonna be booing at me, but Matt and I bought our first Christmas tree like the end of September with anniversary money, and we are just so excited to decorate for Christmas, because last year was our first Christmas in this house, but we were renovating the living room, so we couldn't actually buy or put up like a full-size Christmas tree, so we just had small trees. And this year our living room is finished, and we really badly want to decorate our living room and our place for Christmas, and so we bought a Christmas tree, and now we were just picking up some ornaments, because the ornaments we had are more so for a small tree, not for like a large tree. And so I want to show you what I picked up. So you're probably gonna guess what my color scheme is, and at least where I live, it appears to be the popular color scheme for this year, which was not my plan, but it's nice that it's easy to find the decor that I want. Matt's actually picking up one more thing today. I haven't picked up nearly everything that I'm hoping for yet, but most of it I have picked up. So, starting with, focus on the ribbon. Okay, anyways, I got some like cream colored, like that like velvety velour or whatever you want to call it. It's like the really soft stuff ribbon, and then just like a normal like burgundy satin, a satin burgundy ribbon, because I want to make bows. Then this isn't for on the Christmas tree, but if you see our cabinets, we have cabinets here and cabinets over there in our kitchen, and my mom does this thing, and she's done this thing since I was like little, where she puts garland on top of the cabinets with lights, and then has these tiny little like Christmas village like up top with lights, and it's always so pretty. So I am recreating that, and I found some Christmas village houses, and they light up. Look at this. I have to find the one that I opened the other day. It was this one. Look at it. They're so cute. So I got those. And then starting with the ornaments, I'm going for 2 colors this year. The accent color is burgundy. I don't know if you can see that. I'm so sorry. Let me pull one up for you. These ones are also those like really cute blocked ornaments. So they're like fuzzy sort of. And this may be bad judgment on my end, but they are glass. And this is our first Christmas with the cat. So we're gonna see how this goes. Look at those. These are so stinking cute. So we got those. And then the main ornaments, the color is like champagne/gold. So let me grab those. Okay, lastly, these are all the gold ornaments that we got. They're so cute. And of course, I'll show you closer up when it's actually like time to decorate and stuff, but right now I was just too excited and needed to show you what I got. So yeah, this week has been insanely busy. So today is a rest day, except I'm doing a little bit of laundry because this morning Lucy woke us up by throwing up on her bed. So I had to clean that up. Well, Matt cleaned it up. I'm just stuck the blanket in the wash. But then I also just need to catch up on a little bit of laundry before it gets out of hand. That's kind of all I have planned for today. I've just been lying around. We still have the bed in the living room because that's our tradition, like I explained. And it's been so nice. Our animals have been absolutely loving it. It's been a good week. There is like a little bit of something sad happening today too that I'm like trying to distract myself from, which is my family dog. She's 12 and she has been in active heart failure for like 2 years, maybe longer. So we've been thinking that she's gonna pass for years at this point, but today is unfortunately the day that she has passed. And my mom had to put her down because she just hasn't been doing well. She's been in a lot of pain and she's been breathing really hard and not moving very well. She's always had joint issues too, even from like a puppy. So considering that she lived 12 years is like really, really good. But it is very sad for my family because she was the last dog that my dad like got to be a part of bringing into the family. Like my mom still has Charlie at home, so she's not going home to like a dogless household. But she is putting down my dad's dog, which is very sad because if you didn't know, my dad has dementia and he lives in a care home, and so it's the memories that come with it, you know? And yeah, so that's very sad, and I'm just trying to keep myself occupied. And yeah, I mean, it's okay to feel the feels. I've felt the feels already, but yeah, I'm gonna close out this video here. Don't forget to give this video a like, and if you would like to join my journey, I would love to have you. There have been so many new people here recently, and I am totally for it, and I'm so happy that so many people are joining my journey and are enjoying my content and finding it helpful and relatable, because that is my goal. And if you have not yet subscribed and you would like to, you can hit that subscribe button to join my journey. And don't forget that I post every Thursday, so I'll see you guys next week. Bye!